Here's a mistake I watch relocating buyers make constantly. They pick Summerlin because they heard the name, or Henderson because it showed up on a safest city list, and neither reason tells them if they'll actually be happy living there. I work both of these markets every single day. Stick with me for the next few minutes and I'll walk you through the real differences. What you pay, what you drive, what the schools look like, what the climate actually feels like, and which one fits how you truly live. By the way, my name is Daniel Stewart with eXp Realty out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I have people just like you reaching out to me every single month to help with their next move. If you would like to have a conversation about your unique position and how I can help you achieve that goal that you're looking for, feel free to click the link in the description to book a call with me, or you can connect with me via phone or email here. Let's start with the one thing that explains almost everything about this comparison. Henderson is its own incorporated city. It has its own city government, its own police department, its own fire department, decades of built-out infrastructure. When you move to Henderson, you're moving to a city with a downtown, a history, and neighborhoods that grew up at different times and look different from each other. Summerlin isn't a city. It's a master plan community inside the city of Las Vegas, split into villages, dozens of them, that all follow the same design guidelines set by Howard Hughes corporations decades ago. That's why Summerlin feels cohesive and curated, almost like every block was designed to match. Henderson feels more varied because it is more varied. Neither one is better, they're just built on completely different models, and that difference shows up in everything else I'm about to walk you through. Now let's talk money, because for most of my clients, this is the real decision maker. Summerlin's median single family home price is sitting right around $612,000 per Redfin's 2026 numbers. Henderson runs noticeably lower, median price between $540 and $577 per Zillow. If you're open to a condo or townhome instead of a single family home, North Henderson has products starting as low as $320,000. That's meaningfully below anything comparable you'll find inside Summerlin at a similar quality. Here's the part people miss when they're comparing listing prices side by side. Summerlin often adds HOA fees plus SID. That's a special improvement district fee on top of the mortgage payment. Depending on the village you choose, that could run you an extra $250 to $500 a month. So when you're running your numbers, don't just compare purchase prices, compare your full monthly payment, because the gap can shift which one actually fits your budget. Climate's next, and this one genuinely surprises people who haven't lived here. Summerlin sits noticeably higher in elevation than most of the valley, and it runs 5 to 7 degrees cooler than areas like Henderson or the Eastern Valley. Summerlin also backs directly up to Red Rock Canyon, 10 to 20 minutes from most Summerlin villages. If you're a hiker, a mountain biker, or you just want to see mountains out your window every morning, that's genuinely hard to beat anywhere else in this valley. Henderson sits lower and runs hotter through the summer months. Red Rock Canyon is about 35 to 45 minute drive from most of Henderson. That can be a real trade-off if hiking is a priority for you. But Henderson isn't without outdoor access. Lake Mead and Sloan Canyon are both close by, so you're trading mountain trails for boating, paddleboarding, and a different kind of desert scenery. So really, just different options, not fewer options. Commute matters too, especially if your work or your social life centers around the Strip or downtown. Henderson is about 15 minutes on a normal day, sometimes even less depending on where you land in Henderson. Summerlin sits on the far west side of the valley, and the average commute from there runs 20 to 30 minutes into the Central Valley. If you're commuting to the Strip or downtown 5 days a week, that gap adds up to real hours over the course of a year. Worth factoring in if you're not working from home. Schools. I'm going to give you the honest version here, not the version that sells one side harder. Henderson schools average 7 to 9 out of 10 in most rating systems, and Pinecrest Academy in Sparata is currently ranked the #1 school in the entire state of Nevada. Summerlin schools average 6 to 8 out of 10, with Palo Verde High School constantly ranked amongst the best in the valley. Both areas served primarily by Clark County School District, so you're not choosing between two different school systems. You're choosing between strong schools on both sides with a slight statistical edge to Henderson. So don't let anyone tell you this is a blowout either direction, because it honestly isn't. So here's how I'd actually walk you through the decision if you're sitting across from me right now. If your budget's tight, you want more square footage, and a lower entry point for your money, start your search in Henderson. Your money's going to go farther, particularly North Henderson if you're open to a condo or townhome. Now, if you want the coolest temperatures in the entire valley, the closest possible access to hiking and mountain views, and if you got the budget to support the higher price point and the added HOA and SID fees, Summerlin is going to be a better fit for how you actually want to live day to day. And if you're somewhere in between, which is where a lot of my relocation clients land, that's exactly the kind of conversation worth having before you fly out here and start touring homes blind. I'd rather spend 20 minutes with you on the phone now than have you waste a week of your trip touring the wrong side of the valley. Now either way, you're not making a bad decision by choosing between these two. You're just picking which version of Las Vegas fits the life you're trying to build here. If you're relocating and you want someone who actually knows both sides of the valley, not just the side they happen to farm, reach out directly. I communicate constantly through the entire process, and I'll give you the same straight answers I just gave you on camera, applied to your actual budget and your actual priorities. If you want to see exactly where your money buys in each of these markets, watch my video on what $500,000 actually gets you in Las Vegas right now. Real listings, not average. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment below, and I look forward to talking to you in the future.